So welcome back to the IPA, hashtag She's IPA and PolicingTV, the collaboration on highlighting women in policing and police women in IPA, the International Police Association. We are today speaking with Martin Hoffmann, the international president of IPA, and we talk about women in policing, and we talk about women that are also within IPA. So, Martin, you just recently been elected international president. That was in October last year.
Yeah.
And I would be pleased if you could tell us a little bit about why you joined IPA once.
Mhm. The reason I joined, I think, was like everybody joined in my times at the IPA in the police academy because everybody had to join IPA. So we don't almost had no choice to join IPA. It was then in 1987. And for the first 14 years, my involvement in the IPA was very limited. So I was just a member with no activities and no specific IPA work. But that changed totally in 2001 when I began working as a secretary for the IPA in the local branch of Krems, which then had 800 members. And 2 years later, I became the head of the branch. And we had a lot of improvements, and we until 2015, when I left that branch to the Secretary General of Section Austria, we already organized in the branch around 15 events per year for the IPA members, and we could engage the growth of this the branch we had was almost to 1,000 members then. Unfortunately, we never reached 1,000. I think it was 980 what we get to. But yeah, that was the beginning of it. But what IPA is right now for me, or why I work for IPA, I always believed that working for IPA, which is a social organization, meant always for me giving something back to the community. So that was the reason I started to work for it. And over the years, it changed, of course. And of course, I still want to give something back to the community, but IPA has become now more than an association to me. So it's a massive network of friends with similar interests, which I've been able to use both professionally and also privately. And initially, my network was, when I started in IPA, was only in my local region, which I really liked. And since then, as you can imagine, it expanded first across Austria and now spans all over the world. And this is IPA for me now. So a big network professionally with seminars and work exchange and also privately meeting a lot of friends and meeting new friends, of course.
Yeah, thank you for sharing this,
Yeah,
because IPA mean different things to IPA members, and there's
yeah.
always a background story to it,
Mm.
and different reasons why people join. And if someone is now watching us here, so please join us. If you're a police officer, or in some other countries you can be a prison officer or a custom officer as well, and you can still become an IPA member. So just check your country if they are members of IPA. And if you don't know where to look, so use the website www.ipa-international.org, and you will find the list of sections that are equal to countries. And if you can't find your country, you just write to our head office and you will find the email address on that page as well, and they will help you further on. And if they don't know where to give you the information who to contact, there is a Secretary General that will help you further on. But Martin, if we look now at IPA of today, there are different pillars, what we
Yeah.
call it. There is something they call international relations. We got the professional part of it, and we also got the social culture part of it. If you think about those three, is this something that you would like to mention to us that are listening today, that also would be interesting for female police officers and IPA members?
Yeah. Yeah, when we look at the three pillars, what you're saying, first of all, for me, it's the international relations, of course, where I think about strengthening cooperation within global organizations like the UN or the Council of Europe, where we have to start the procedure again. Professionally, it's about our focus on professionalism right now, especially when I think on the excellent seminars which are offered from the Education Center in Gimbon in Germany. And there, of course, hopefully in the future, more and more empowering women within the IPA. We have the new motion, or we had the motion at the last World Congress to organize a seminar especially for women. We will do it hopefully already this year, or we're doing it this year, and of course going on with that in the next years. And social culturally, most recent, of course, are the IPA games, which are in May in Romania. And of course, the opportunities for member for traveling or cultural exchange stand out as highlights for me as well.
Great. Thank
Yeah,
you. I think that can attract most of us when we listen to that. We can
hopefully.
both be active in sports and meet friends, and then we can also learn something new at the same time.
Of course,
And
yeah.
when it comes to the international cooperation, there are quite many different organizations that could be of benefit for IPA, of course, and also already been. So I think that there is a good progress in this. Recruitment and retention of members must be on your list as well. So what can you as member of IPA expect, or if you would like to be a member, what can you expect about how to attract us when it comes to diversity, equality, and inclusion in the IPA?
Yeah, recruitment is crucial, of course, because I always think the strength of an organization is also on the numbers what you have, and that's not only the quantity, it's also the quality of numbers which you're having. And of course, recruitment is very crucial. And when you look on the different sections, what you have all over the world, they have different needs for recruiting members. So I think some of the section need more information what IPA is or what IPA isn't, because some commissioners maybe or police colleagues thinks we are a union maybe, or we are political, but we aren't, of course. And of course, it would be great to provide some help for these sections as well to recruit new members. And I hope that I can speak a little bit about our new strategy later on. But one of the projects what we have there is marketing. And with this new marketing project, we want to offer for all sections in the future some support for recruit new members, because sometimes the sections don't have the money for make new brochures for or videos, recruitment videos, or don't have the knowledge maybe how to make a professional marketing. And so in the future, with our projects, with the new marketing projects, we can offer 4 sections who don't have the knowledge maybe or don't have the money to spend for recruitment, to support them to attract more police officers to join the IPA.
Well, to be honest, as I'm the former Secretary General, I was following the progress of membership, and we had well, a drop due to the pandemic, but that was not the total answer to it, because we also saw that more female members left the IPA, and it was less likely that female police officers joined the IPA. And when we today look at the IAB, it's a total male representation, and gladly we got one auditor that is a female, but that wouldn't seem to be that she was on the international board, because she's controlling what you're doing when it comes to the financial part of it. So the hashtag #SheIsIPA is now an independent initiative that a few female members started several years back, before we said that we need to go ahead, because now we got the proof of it. We are losing members, and now within the new IAB there are quite a lot of different projects that is coming up, and they've also been, what we say, manned. Not with men only, but they've been manned. So is it something of those that you would like to highlight to us when it comes to #SheIsIPA?
Yeah, I absolutely understand, May-Britt, and I had the same thoughts that you are having, of course, especially also when you look now at the IEB. And in response of that, the newly elected IEB, as you know, we developed a new strategy for the next 4 years, which we introduced 3 weeks ago.
Mm.
And in this strategy involves 12 distinct projects inviting applicants from members worldwide. And the response was amazing. We had 118 applications from 72 individuals. So we had many of them who applied for different projects. And that was an amazing response. And we decided 2 weeks ago in our last IEB meeting that we are welcoming 59 participants for the project now. It was important for me that we have in every project at least one female member in each team. And from these 59 participants, now we have 23 women in the project involved. So it's a percentage, of course, much higher than in the IB.
Yes.
But it's really very important for me. And what we also have now, and it's a new role we have to develop now, is also an DEI advisor for the IB as well. Of course, to especially look at that drop of women IPA members and how we can attractive more women to work for IPA and hopefully also in the future work inside the IB.
Mm. Yeah, because when we also look at the representation in the national boards or regional boards, in some countries there never been a woman, or if there ever was a woman, she's not there any longer, moving back and dropping out. So I think the IAB need really to show their front feet, and also to protect the possibilities for female police officers to
Yeah,
join
we will do
IPA.
so, and that's really important for me as well, and that's why we go on with that. I always say it's not our fault that we got elected, but we can look in the future, of course, how we can bring more women apply for
Yeah.
positions
Yes.
for future position and high rank position, of course.
Yeah. Go. And that was the reason behind the hashtag #SheIsIPA, that we wanted to empower women to understand that this is not more difficult for a woman than it is for a man. So everyone can do it if they just get a good training and to understand what it's all about to be a board member. So yeah, we do hope that you will see more candidates in the future.
Yes, of course.
Thank you for sharing this information with us, Martin, and with
Of
our
course.
audience this evening. I'm sure that many women and men would like to know a lot about hashtag #SheIsIPA and how they can support women, because it's very important. And we are happy that you are safeguarding this option for women. Thank you, Martin.
It's a pleasure for me.